Welcome to the next episode of Decants with Deep. I am your host. I am Dietmar Ostermann, and I'm the regular guy from Long Island. Brunello di Montalcino. 2015 was the year of the decade, if not the century. I did a Brunello di Montalcino introductory video a few months ago, but I knew that the 2015 were coming out and were circulating in the wine stores, and they are excellent. So I acquired many of them, and I tasted them for you, and I can assure you, as legendary wine critic James Suckling has stated already many of times, 2015 Brunello di Montalcinos are out of this world. You're gonna have to invest into some of them and put them away. And that is what I'm helping you to do tonight. You remember that Montalcino is this little ball-shaped town south of Siena in Tuscany, and Siena is south of Florence. So the whole entire Brunello di Montalcino area is south of the Chianti Classico area. But they have some fabulous vineyards there that are producing some fabulous Brunello wine, and the Brunellos are out of Sangiovese grape. 2007 and 2010 were the leading fantastic years. 2015 is better. To give you some proof, I have collected here a beautiful assembly of 2015 Brunellos. I will be tasting tonight Renieri. Wine Spectator rated 95 points, James Suckling 100 points, Vivino 4.4. I will also be testing the Caprili. Wine Spectator rated 95 points, James Suckling 95 points, Vivino 4.3. And I will be testing the Casanova de Neri, one of my personal favorites. Wine Spectator rated 92, James Suckling 94, and Vivino 4.3. A legendary vintage and a great wine. Brunello di Montalcino is the best red wine in summer and a good red wine to also drink in the early days of fall. It's much more of a lighter red wine. Let me get started with the Renieri that James Suckling gave 100 points. Normally, I recommend to decant the Brunellos, but in order to speed up the video tonight, I'm not decanting. But I will shake it around quite a bit to give it some air. And clearly, these wines are best to be drunk 2023 or later, all the way up to 2030 or 2035. So I will taste them not for drinkability right now, but much more for drinkability later. So, sniffy sniff. This wine has some deep fruits in, laid back, not in your face. Let's give it a whirl. Some strong tannins, indicating the wine will develop over the years. Some cherry in the mouth. The strong tannins are velvety, light, very strong, feelable, but not strong, disappointing. So you can drink this wine now, but it clearly indicates it will go a long time. And it has a pretty dark color for a Brunello. It's a little bit of the rusty red. I'm leaning towards a high 4.5, 4.4 type score. Okay, let's move on to wine number 2. The Caprili. Italian equipment, works every time. I have my friend and partner of all times, cacao. Cacao. Okay, let's pour this into a fresh second glass. Beautiful color. It is the typical Tuscan rusty red, brilliantly sparkling. I'm shaking it around quite a bit in the glass to oxidize. And now let's give it a sniffy sniff. Maybe even some woody cactus in there. Let's give it a whirl. Oh, juicy fruit, sour cherry fruit, contracts your mouth. The tannins is not as strong as in the Renieri. I like the Caprili quite a bit. In fact, I give it a higher score. I scored this 4.3, 4.4. I'm giving this a 4.7. The Caprili is excellent. Like it a lot. 4.7, my score on Vivino. The general population rates at 4.3 on Vivino, and this one right here, the Renieri, was rated 4.4. And James Suckling gave this 100 and this a 95. So I'm disagreeing a little bit with James. I think the Caprili may be a tick better. Wine Spectator has them both at 95. I come to prices in a minute. Let's check out the third contestant, Casanova di Neri. The color is much darker than the other two. Beautiful color. I like this color the best. Less of the rusty brown, typical Tuscan color. Shake it around quite a bit. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Not in your face. Let's give it a whirl. The best immediately drinkable right now. Probably will not last like 20 years like the other two, but very elegant right now. A lot of sour cherry, some good tannins. In a way, similar constructed like the Caprili. Okay, this is a tough one. I think I like the Caprili a tick better. So my sequence is in this order. So I give the Caprili a 4.7. I give the Casanova di Neri a 4.5. And I gave the Renieri a 4.3. That's my rating. And here are the prices. The Renieri retails on Vivino for $60 right now. Stack it up. The Caprili, my favorite, $40. $40. Get as many as you can get your hands around and put them away for 5 years. And then the Casanova di Neri, which has 2,850 bottles, cases imported. So the chance that you get this one is the highest. That retails at 56. So $40, $56, $60 on Vivino in New York. It may be different in the various regions where you live. And here, Caprili also imports about 3,000 cases. Renieri, hard to get, 730 cases. So that is it. But one last bonus here. And that is James Suckling put out on jamessuckling.com a list of 2015 Brunello di Montalcinos under $40. That's why I brought the La Fortuna. La Fortuna is a household Brunello for me. In 2015 was rated 95 points by James Suckling. And this one you can steal for about $37, $38, $39. Out of the ones that I tasted, Caprili, I like it the best, and it's $40 on Vivino right now. Buy some and put them away. That's my recommendation. I will be back next Sunday. If you like this show, please like it right here and subscribe over here. We see you next Sunday.